said it before and I will say it again. I love using numbing cream when getting tattooed because it just makes the whole experience so much easier, so much more doable, and it will leave me with energy for the rest of the day. So here's me applying the numbing cream before heading to the tattoo shop and also wrapping it up because that makes it work. Otherwise it just doesn't work. But let's get coffee. Why is it that I never do my hair, and when I do my hair it's raining? I don't get it. Picked up my favorite coffee, had to walk through the rain, so now my hair is looking all weird, but I'm so happy that I got the coffee. It's really become a staple with these tattoo vlogs now that I get this coffee every single time before we get tattooed. It's so silly. Hope you're doing good. I initially was supposed to get tattooed last week, but it was snowing and then almost everything was closed, so it didn't happen, and now this week we're actually doing it. I'm really excited. As you know, I love getting tattooed. This one is very, very special today. It's actually designed by my best friend that passed away in October, and I know I keep mentioning this, but it's like really a way for me to keep her memory alive, and it's really like, I'm not obviously wanting to be a Debbie Downer on people by bringing it up every time, but it is really important to me. And she was an incredible tattoo artist. Free draw on people their arms, like whole sleeves, and she was incredible, talented, so talented. And she always had wait lists because so many people wanted to get tattooed by her, and she just simply didn't have enough of the time. And she was so incredibly talented, and it's such a loss, not just for me personally, but just for the tattoo community in the Netherlands. And when we had the memorial and everything, the owner of the tattoo shop that she worked at, which is the Tattoo Garden in The Hague, if you're in the Netherlands, actually gave me all her tattoo stuff that was still at the shop. And she was like, I know that Lisa wanted you to have this, and there's some incredible designs in there that are a little bit more bold. Lisa did a lot of fine line tattoos, and I personally, you know, have a lot of traditional, so it's a little bit things that don't really go together in my opinion, because I just like to stick to one style. That's just my personal preference. You can obviously do whatever the fuck you want, but that's my personal preference on my skin. And so we're twisting it up a little bit. I chose something from her flash that is really cute, and I feel like it fits really well with traditional tattoos. I'm really excited about it. Last night when I fell asleep, I had these like vivid memories coming up, and it's just so weird. Like, felt so real and so touchy, because like the thing that I don't like, the thing that is hard for me when it comes to grief and processing someone that close to you passing away is that, you know, like it's fades, like as in like the memories that you have are still there, but like there's just certain things that are starting to get harder to remember, like someone's laugh or someone's, you know. And luckily I have a lot of videos and things, but I just can't put myself to watch anything. Oh my god, this coffee is getting cold. Also, I got food real quick. So I got some mushroom meatloaf and sweet potato. I'm gonna eat that real quick because I just came straight from Pilates, got dressed, and then went here, and I'm like starving. Or I have no appetite, but I really need to eat better. I've been not eating good lately. So yummy. Well, we hope. Let me get into it. Okay, that was absolutely phenomenal. I don't usually like meatloaf. I kind of feel like it gives like dog food vibes, even though I love ground beef and meatballs, but there's something about meatloaf that is just not the vibe. But oh my god, that combined with the mushroom, so good. So much better than the red sauce. But yeah, we're going to get tattooed. I didn't really think about it, but in 2 days I'm gonna be in a plane internationally, a very long flight in economy, and that kind of sucks with a healing tattoo or a tattoo that's still like feeling rocks. Usually like day 2, 3, it's still like a little iffy, so we'll see how that goes. Getting my nails done tomorrow. Very excited about. I usually do my own nails, so it's a different thing for me to get them done because I've been doing my own nails for the 2 years. But as I'm going to Europe for 3 weeks, I really wanted to make sure that my nails would stay on properly, because usually when I do my own Gel X, the maximum it stays on is like 2.5 weeks. So if someone else does it for me, if an actual nail salon professional people do it, it just stays on for sure for 3 weeks, and that's just what I need for my trip, so that I don't have to stress about it, not worry about it. So I'm gonna do that tomorrow. So we're just rocking this gel polish from Olive and June. I really like this brand. It's the only like polish brand that I use right now. Like regular polish and gel polish as well. They just launched gel polish and it's amazing. I love this red color because it's like a bloody vampire-y red, wine red. I really like it. But yeah, let's go get Lisa's tattoo tattooed. I'm so excited. I am so excited for this, and yeah, I cannot wait. So let's go. Also listening to some Knocked Loose. I love them. Such a great band. I still have to see them live. Surprisingly, I have not, but we will this year for sure. Oh, that's great news.
I'm so happy for him.
It's not a lot, but it adds up, you know?
It's the start.
That's incredible. Like, I keep seeing his videos pop. So that was actually really easy breezy. It was a bigger tattoo than I usually get, but it was not super detailed, so it didn't take that long. I just went to Suzanne to drop off something I ordered online that was just not fitting the right way. I ordered this like shirt and just the sleeves were way too short for me. I have really long arms because I am 5'10". My arms tend to be much longer than the regular person, and it just looked weird. So I ended up swapping it for a gray sweater, and I'm really excited because the gray sweater is really nice. It was something I was looking for, like an oversized sweater, and it's so soft and comfy, and I'm definitely bringing that on my trip to Europe. I just dropped off some Rebel Joom items at Drew's house. Drew is gonna make some new stock pictures for us that we desperately need. We have some really cool things coming up with Rebel June. I'm really excited to share once we're going to share it. We have not shared it just yet, but we're not announcing it just yet, and we haven't announced it just yet, and I'm not saying that to be like annoying with like somehow like, you know, like how sometimes content creators do that, like, and say that they can't say, but I want to make something special out of it because it is a big deal for Rebel June. It's a big deal for my brand, and I'm very excited for it. I am trying to be really like standing still by all these forced moments. I was just listening to the Dream Bigger podcast with Roxy Nafusi, and currently reading her book, and I really like Roxy, and she's really saying like, you know, how to really stand still by the first moments of like when you launch something, and like your first like press thing, your first like all these first things, because they're never going to happen again. Like they're never going to happen the first time again, and to really stand still with it. And just owning a business, I started a business when bootstrapping is just very hard, because bootstrapping means basically that you're not getting any investor money just yet. We just want to bootstrap as long as we can, because once you get investors into the company, it gets a lot more complicated with just like usually, you know, they want stuff to sell a lot quicker than it currently does. And it can get tricky with extra money and extra voices in there that maybe dilute my vision of the brand a little bit, and I don't want to do that just yet. I don't want to bring in anyone else besides me that makes like the decisions when it comes to creative, to all those things. So, you know, for now we're bootstrapping, which is tricky. Like that basically means that I've been working for over a year for free right now, or something that is like something that keeps me busy every day. But not like making me any income, if that makes sense, because every penny that comes in we put back into the business, and that's just how it's going to be for a while. And that's why a lot of businesses fail in the first year, because it's really hard to stay afloat if you don't have other income, or you need to spend that time to really focus on other income coming in, you know, with like having a 9-to-5 or something. So I don't know if you're interested in hearing more about starting a business or how to start a business, because like it can be really complicated, and we have really good systems in place, which I'm so happy that we are, because it's so important. And especially when you have a small business that suddenly like does really well or is growing rapidly, if you don't have the systems in place, it's gonna get really tricky and really stressful to not like, you know, when once you start growing. So it's just a lot, and I enjoy every bit of it. Like, I don't want to sound negative, like I enjoy it so much, owning a business. I've always strived to own a business like Rebel June. I've owned so many little businesses along the way. Literally since I was like 12 years old, I would always come up with something, and like the entrepreneur part of me has always been in me. And I think sometimes the internet does glorify it a little bit as if it's like the most amazing thing that it is. It's a lot of hard work, and it's not for everyone, because it can be very unstable, it can be very stressful. My dad is an entrepreneur. I don't know, like it's just like in me, and I wouldn't want to have it any other way, but it's not for everyone. And it's also totally fine if you want to work for a boss, or that you want to work in corporate and you want to work 9-to-5 and just come home and have, you know, have that be just a part for your income. Like with entrepreneurship, I feel like it becomes your entire life, and that is just not for everyone. And it's the same with content creation. A lot of, you know, content creation is not, it's like you put your life out there on the internet, but also it's kind of a 24/7 job, you know. It never really stops. You can't really take off for 2 weeks. I mean, you could, but it can really hurt your engagement and the algorithm. So like most people don't, and it's not for everyone. And if it's for you, that's amazing. Enjoy it. If it's not, it's not, you know. I think just the internet just like tries to glorify that kind of lifestyle more than a 9-to-5, and I think people just need to do what is good for them and works for them. But if you want to hear more about the small business journey, the startup journey, that kind of stuff, then totally I'm here to yap about it. But just let me know, because if you're not into that, that's fine too. I'm just very passionate about it, and I honestly, frankly, cannot stop talking about it, so you might have to look for another channel if that's not something you're into, because I'm so passionate about it. But it's raining. I still have 20 minutes to get home, so I think I'm just going to continue to listen a little bit to the Roxy Nafusi podcast a little bit more, and learn a little bit more about the way that she does manifestation. So see you guys when I get home. This is my hyperfixation lately. I've been struggling a lot with having no appetite, but this really gets me going. The Japanese barbecue sauce, I'm obsessed. And I literally just do like rice with ground beef, grass-fed ground beef, and an egg, and oh my gosh, it's so delightful. Really enjoy eating this.